Hey everybody, welcome to That's Entertainment podcast number 8.
Hey.
Hey everybody.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Evan.
And I'm Matt.
And this is, as Kevin already said, the That's Entertainment podcast.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Real good. Beautiful day.
Yeah, I saw Superman last night.
Yeah. What'd you think about that?
I still don't know how I feel about it. So
Yeah?
we're have you seen it, Kev?
I have not seen it because, like always, I'm terribly behind. But hopefully this weekend I'll get to it.
Okay.
That's
I think Matt and I were briefly talking about this. We might have a little discussion towards the end of
a
the
spoiler-heavy feature that we'll tack on at the end, and
Yeah.
you can warn everybody
You'll
who
just
hasn't
send
seen
me
it.
away. So I don't hear it.
Essentially, yeah. Maybe
We could
maybe
pull in
we can
Chad,
replace
maybe.
you with Chad. Yeah. You can.
Yeah, Chad had some strong feelings on the book.
Yeah.
On the film.
Yeah, there was I wrote down some notes on my phone as I was watching it. There was a lot of
A lot to take
lots
in.
of ideas.
a lot thrown at the board there.
But yeah, no. How was your week? Been up to anything?
Not a whole lot. I went to New York on Monday. It's kind of fun.
That's cool. What was that for?
For work, actually. Went to a DC retailer summit kind of thing. And I can't really talk about anything that went on, but there's some exciting stuff in the works. Oh, I saw some art for some upcoming books, and man, do they look really good.
Yeah, can you say who the artists are or what
Well,
titles?
one was the new Jeff Lemire book, Trillium. That one looked really nice.
And one of my favorite, Wildflowers, Trillium.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get out at the right time of year.
You
Probably
do.
Spring.
I don't even know what that is.
No, it's a pretty flower. Google. It's a good tattoo. I think a lot of people get them as tattoos.
Yeah.
That'll be your next tattoo, Evan. I'll do it for you.
Well,
And
it'll be a while before I get my next one.
And saw some artwork for. Oh, actually, I don't know if I can talk about that.
Okay. Well, never mind. I'll tell you
I'm
what.
just gonna shut up about it.
You should talk, and then we'll just bleep it out.
Yeah, the last thing we need is DC to get sensitive about us using their licensed properties.
Yeah.
But what I,
Spoiling their
what I have
upcoming-
to say is it was all really cool. Really cool stuff.
Exciting. I love the way it seems to be the several years or whatever now I've kept my eyes on comics as they come out. Things seem to swing back and forth between Marvel, like, giving it its all and then putting out some great stuff, and then DC doing interesting stuff. They seem to be going back and forth, and it sounds like DC is ready to swing back in with their trying to recapture the limelight after New 52 came and was a hit. Marvel now kind of knocked it off the top of the pedestal, and now I think it sounds like DC will make a...
They're trying to get back to the top.
Yeah, and that's always a little competition, I think, between the two of them is always good.
Yeah,
often,
always.
usually good.
Yes.
Occasionally awful. But usually a good thing.
Well, let's see. We got some listener mail. But maybe we'll get to that later on in the podcast. But,
Hey, speaking of movies, guys, did you? There were a bunch of trailers.
oh
that
yes,
come
trailers.
out
Let's
pretty
talk about
recently.
a few of the trailers.
Have you guys? I'll throw this one out there because it looked kind of cool. Have you guys seen the Wolverine trailer yet?
I saw one trailer, I think. I'm not sure how to feel about it. I want to be... My general feeling is, after a movie like Wolverine, The Origins, that was the last one, right?
That was... Yep.
The Deadpool. I think at this point it's fine to say that it was a terrible...
That was not a...
Nigh
See,
unwatchable.
What I heard about it is that it's going to be taking portions of Old Man Logan, and I don't know if that's true or not. But if they used if they did a Wolverine post-apocalyptic future,
That's
a
cool.
Wolverine
But don't you
movie.
think? Don't you think they would step on the toes a little bit of a Days of the Future Past, or maybe they want to roll that all together somehow?
Maybe this is, I don't know. You can live.
Alternate futures.
Yeah.
Elseworlds.
Yeah. Why not? Because I thought I haven't been totally up on this, but I thought it was more the Frank Miller miniseries where he's in Japan.
Yeah, he is in
the
Japan
Yakuza.
for most of the...
Originally, when Darren Aronofsky was going to direct it, I knew it was there. So maybe it's still the same movie, but
Because I don't know too much about that. That was the only thing I knew is that it was Japan looks pretty cool. And I figured that the last one was so bad that this one has to be pretty good.
Anything from that is kind of...
You never know. I thought the same thing for Alien vs. Predator. And then when Alien vs. Predator Requiem came out, I was like, it can't be as bad as the first one. But it was.
True. Or it could be a Fantastic Four 2 Rise of the Silver Surfer kind of situation where...
Just mediocre followed by mediocre.
They're like, well, it is better. It's definitely better. I don't know if it's all the way...
There's more action, but... Okay, you remember Galactus, right? You know how he's this big purple guy? Well, he's a cloud now.
And Kev, you were mentioning the Anchorman 2 trailer.
Anchorman 2 trailer.
I did see that last night. I saw you posted it.
I posted it on my girlfriend's Facebook wall. I was telling her she had to wake up to watch it right away. I don't think she did, but she should have.
That looked entertaining. And then I also saw the Lego Movie trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
That one looks
Have you seen it,
really
man?
I've
cool.
not.
It looks... I don't know if it's not Disney. I don't know who it is,
No,
but it's by the company that did like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and
Yeah.
but they have like all the properties. So there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Batman, Superman. So they have the DC ones at least.
NBA.
Yeah. Maybe probably Harry Potter. I feel like they do a lot
They
of
might,
that
yeah.
stuff.
Possibly. But when I saw the trailer, the guy who does the voice for the main character, I don't remember the main character's name. It sounded like really familiar. I was trying to think.
Yeah, who was it? I couldn't
It's Chris. I forget his last name, but he plays Andy in Parks and Rec.
tell. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Chris.
He's a pretty funny guy.
Oh, that's killing me. Was he in Zero Dark 30? I didn't see that.
I didn't see that one.
But I
so I'm
heard
not sure.
I heard that he was in it, and it was a dramatic role, and that he held his own. So hopefully,
No desire to see that movie.
he could bring some gravitas to the Lego scene if that's the case.
Fantastic.
He could build a whole new legacy for himself.
So, Kev, do you just want to dive right in?
There's a couple more trailers.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
we
know
got
if you
trailers?
guys-
What else?
Yeah,
Keep-
300.
Nope.
Rise of an Empire.
301.
301. It's not a army of 300 anymore. Now it's bigger.
I think, yeah. If you've known me for any period of time, you probably know that I dislike 300 with a passion.
Yeah. Well, if it helps, Zack Snyder is only producing on this. He's not actually directing it. He's leaving that up to someone else whose previous movie I don't remember, but it wasn't that good.
Well, I'll have some comments on Zack Snyder's directing later in our spoiler.
I would say
Superman spoiler.
Yeah, I've developed a opinion on Zack Snyder after watching several of his movies. I'll say about him is that I feel like he stops movies from being worse movies. He's not necessarily he's not a genius director, but definitely like Watchmen. I know before he came on board was like slated to be an awful movie. They were going to make it like a war on terror, current day dystopia update. And
Well, I know Terry Gilliam in the 80s was supposed to do it, but then after a while he just said, nope, can't be made into a movie unless you're Zack Snyder, I guess.
That's what stumped Terry Gilliam. That was where he found
maybe
his...
some young director will come and take over instead, because I just can't do it, but...
I was hearing somebody was telling me about Terry Gilliam recently, that his process was just like super meticulous and incredible. Like the way he made Brazil was like so painstaking.
Kubrick-esque.
It was some preposterous series of like alternating, like shooting the same scene with different like painted backdrops at different distances or something. Like some weird formula for coming up with special effects. Making a movie with him takes way longer and costs way more money than is reasonable.
I can believe it. He does some really weird
Pretty
stuff.
eccentric.
But at the same time, a lot of it does look pretty nice.
What was the last one he did? Mr. Megorium's
No,
Wonder
the,
Emporium?
The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
Yeah.
Not to be confused.
No, not at all. Heath
That one
Ledger's
was ridiculous.
last movie. I liked it.
Yeah. Any other trailers you saw this week?
That's all that I can remember.
I'll throw out that when I went to see Superman, I saw the Pacific Rim trailer, and that was something that I had not really thought much about, but the trailer made me think, badass. I'll definitely be going to see that, I think.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one looks...
You weren't there for the Godzilla event. In the beginning, we played the Pacific Rim trailer. and then we played the cheap knockoff,
the Asylum film
the
version.
Atlantic Rim. So you see fantastic graphics, and then it's followed by the Atlantic Rim trailer, which was just awful. Just looked terrible.
I'm gonna have
But
to Google that one.
fantastically terrible.
Yeah,
actually.
Pacific Rim is basically like Cthulhu, H.P. Lovecraft monsters coming out of the ocean, and then just giant robot mech suits to beat them up. And I will be seeing it.
Yeah, that's
Me too.
I like going to a movie like that, knowing this isn't a art house. It is preposterous robots punching preposterous monsters for 2 hours. Probably gonna be very loud.
You know what I'm surprised
And that's
is that Michael Bay did not have anything to do with this movie.
No, this
right?
was it directed by Guillermo del Toro, or is it just produced?
Could be. I
think he
don't
might have-
remember.
I think he
don't
might
know.
have directed it. He definitely was producing it. I think he might have directed it.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Because that's what I think that was the last. What's the opposite of a nail in a coffin? The last thing that made me certain that I would go see it was when I saw his name on it. I said, okay, then it definitely will be good.
The opening of a
Yeah.
coffee.
No,
the
they're
last-
yeah.
Nail in the good coffin.
The digging up
the
of
last shot in the round of vaccinations.
Hey, Kev.
Who knows? Yes.
I know you know this, as does Matt, but we got some theme songs for each of our segments.
Ooh, classy.
Guy named Kevin MacLeod, MacLeod, MacLeod,
McLeod.
maybe.
McLeod.
Yeah, he has a website, a lot of great music, public domain, royalty free. So, how about we jump into the Kevin's current comic faves?
That sounds great.
Ready?
Right.
Ready.
Punch it.
All right, that's pretty awesome. Man, so we have some new series coming out this week. We have Uncanny #1.
Which, don't just say this week. What's the date? Give it to me.
This coming week, which is going to be June 26th.
Okay.
6/26.
So these books are coming out June 26th.
These books are coming out Wednesday, June 26th. We have Uncanny #1, written by Andy Diggle, who we talked about a little last week. This is a dynamic a Dynamite book. Dynamite, does a lot of the royalty stuff. They do. No, they're not with IDW.
Yeah, they do a lot of the like pulp characters, Golden Age guys.
I don't think this has anything
Also
to
in
do
public
with that.
domain.
Yeah. I don't think this has anything to do with it, but it's a new creator thing, creator owned kind of character. A lot of those kind of books are coming out. Let's see, art by Aaron Campbell with covers by Jacques and Sean Phillips. Jacques, who just did Snapshot, and Sean Phillips, who basically does anything that Ed Brubaker does that has to do with crime or noir. We also have Lazarus, which is the new Greg Rucka book with art by Michael Lark, which I'm really looking forward to because I loved Michael Lark's work on Daredevil. We have a new Green Lantern type book with Larfleeze, who's the